My name's Ash, and I'm a paintballer. I'm not a particularly good one, I'm not the quickest, I don't use the best equipment, and I don't play for a big team. But these are my stories, as I play paintball in different countries around the world. You're watching The Hidden Hedgehog, and these are my amazing paintball stories.
Hello and welcome to the Hidden Hedgehog TV. Never going to get used to saying that. I'm going to do a video on my kit. People keep asking me almost every other day, what kit that I use. Can I help them with theirs? So here's a little kit video on all the markers that I use, all the gear that I wear. Okay, so first off I'll start with the most important thing, which is of course the mask. This is an Empire E-Flex. And I've changed the front peak to a more retro JT peak, okay, like front mouth guard, just because it fits more with the theme. It doesn't have the rubber on the bottom, so it looks better for me. It gives good coverage, but more importantly, it has the vents at the top. They're quite hard, which are perfect for mounting a camera on. You want to avoid anything with a soft rubber peak at the top, because it means your camera's, it's not going to be a very stable camera. So yeah, this is the mask that I use. Okay, let's move on to the markers. This is the first marker that I ever bought, Magfed marker anyway, of course is the TPX. My opinion, this is the first marker that anyone should buy if they are actually going to start Magfed paintball. But again, that's personal preference. A lot of people would choose something different, but I've had this for almost 2 years. I've never really had any problems with it at all. As you can see by some of my videos, I get some pretty good shots of it. So I've got the first strike block installed. I don't use first strike, but I've got it in there. And I've also got this thingy on the back, for the air, so I can put the air in the back, whatever one of those is called. Bit of a personal touch. I have this is a 14-inch Rat4 straight-lined barrel. Okay, 14-inch from front to end, and I have this really nice kind of like little shroud on the end of it. Kind of looks like a suppressor. It doesn't really do anything but make the marker look amazing. I've tried pretty much every single barrel that you can have for the TPX. My personal opinion is that this one is the best for normal paintballs. Now obviously it does, if you're using rubbish paint, it doesn't matter what barrel you're using, it's gonna be rubbish. But from my experience using the different markers and different barrels and different versions of paint, this barrel is there's a noticeable performance increase using this. So I always use the long barrel on this. So yeah, I mean, it's just perfect. It's light, it's compact, it's small, and also the mags as well. The mags are also very light, and they have 20 rounds in them, 10 on each side. And to me, they're just perfect, it's bang, 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 mag out, dump pouch, mag back in, click, back in the game, bang, bang, bang. So, to me, this is the best starter marker you could ever have for Magfed paintball. And once the player gets a bit more involved, and obviously they're going to buy another marker, you can obviously then take the barrel off, and you got yourself a nice secondary weapon. Pop in a holster when you take out. So for me, this is a no-brainer for anyone who's looking to start Magfed paintball. Okay, so let's have a look at something a bit more interesting. The Craftsman 3357 Revolver. Now, it's a very sought-after marker, this now. It was made in 1985, and it was used to spot trees. It wasn't very popular to use in paintball, but of course, since the milsim aspect of paintball has started to, really go through the roof, And these sort of markers, you know, they're so rare to find now, and when you do find them, they're really expensive. Accuracy, non-existent. Consistency, non-applicable. Spare parts, your guess is as good as mine. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It is a phenomenal looking marker. It does work, and as you've seen in some of my videos, you know, nothing compares when you get an elimination with this. You know, nothing compares. But it definitely is a marker that you have to learn to use, though. So yeah, that is the Craftsman 3357. Little Betty. Right. This is the first marker that I ever custom made. It is a Tippmann 98. Rugged, reliable, not going to break. So this is just a normal rifle stock, dremeled out the inside. It's got one bolt which goes straight through the middle, and with the barrel it kind of keeps it nice and supported. I've got a little Velcro strap that goes around and keeps everything nice and locked in there. It's just got a normal kind of a barrel in there, smoothbore barrel. I think it's about 12, 13, 14 inches, something like that. And then I have my rain cover, my rain cover I have on the end, which of course gives it the length that it needs to make it look, you know, make it look correct on the marker. This was hopper fed up until a few weeks ago, actually, when Dead Cell Paintball contacted me and sent me a little care package from across the pond, which was lovely. So now, this is now Magfed, which is cool, and it uses the Zeta mags, the same as my TPX, so I already had the magazines. It's a simple design, and it works, and more importantly, I think, again for me, is that it doesn't look out of place. I put the mag in on the side, you can't see it from the front, it's very, very kind of subtly hidden. And I bought the Tippmann one, and it is good, but the problem is that the mag kind of sits out. So again, it's good, but you know, I'm all about looks. I need to look good, I need to look correct, and you know, this to me was a better option. It looks a lot better, and it kind of works for me. So finally at last, my first rifle ever built. This is now Magfed. So there you go, Tippmann 98. Okay, now I've had endless questions about this. This is my Dragunov SVD. Finally fixed. And finally Magfed, actually, which is more importantly, again, straight from Dead Cell Paintball as well. They sent me basically the same adapter as my Tippmann 98, but it's for a BT Combat. Now, with this, I used the BT Combat because it has the removable grip on the back. So I basically bolted, probably can't see it, but I bolted the two bolts straight through the actual grip of the BT Combat, and this slide over the top, and it's been fitted in place. It's a wood handguard from an airsoft gun, and it ain't going nowhere. That's on there. I have the four times scope here. Needed to pick something that was a little different to a normal looking scope, try and keep it correct with the marker. Front handguard, again, fully wooden. It's got a drilled hole all the way through it, 7/8 inches. I've wrapped some it's like PTFE, black PTFE tape around it, and slid the wood handguard over the top. That's not going anywhere. And these parts on here, these are just basically from the AK-47 kit. You can pick that up from Rat 4. So yeah, it has an 18-inch barrel, from straight line barrel, same as my TPX, but it's an 18-inch barrel with this 4-inch kind of like tip, and that gives it the length that it needs to look correct. So yeah, so it's pretty nice. It works pretty well. It's so great now. It's got this the Zeta Mag conversion kit from Dead Cell Paintball. As you can tell, there's nothing looks out of place. It's kind of frustrating to see when you see an amazing build, but the mags just don't look correct. You know, the mags come down come down to about here. They're thinner. In my opinion, I'd rather have the original SVD mag on there and have the conversion kit down the side. To me, it just looks better. So there you go. So that is my SVD. It's not currently First Strike compatible, but who knows? Who knows for the future? Right then. We also have my Hammer 7 Mauser K98 mod. I've decided to use it without a scope now, but this is basically a Mauser Yugoslavian from 1956. I dremeled out the inside, and it has a 21-inch carbon fibre stiffy barrel. And the reason why I used that was because the actual barrel is slightly smaller than 7-8 inches, which is what all these are, which allows me to actually have it under this wood handguard. It's the worst thing ever. It's a nightmare to clean, but it's the only thing that fitted under these metal parts. Anything bigger than that, you're not going to be able to have this top handguard on, which means it doesn't look like a Mauser anymore. So that was important to me. I've got this top iron sight, which is from the AK-47, and it has the bolt action kit, which basically just removed the handle, and I've just got this bolt kit in the side there. So it's bang, 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 and of course the mag goes in here. I love this marker to bits. It's accurate as well, which is really nice. And hopefully soon I'm going to get some. Hopefully I'll get an updated barrel for it and start using First Strike with it. But at the minute I don't use it. So there you go, guys. So those are the markers. As for my gear, these are just from Military First. I think they cost me maybe a tenner, something like that. But I've had them for like almost 4 years now. So these are really good. I've got obviously just a normal bandana. This is maybe a Yugoslavian or something like that. I don't know. China made kind of like tactical chest rig, I guess you want to call it. It cost me £5. The jacket, again, cost me about £10 about 10 years ago or something like that. And then just some normal cargo olive kind of trousers. So relatively cheap gear, nothing over the top. And that's kind of it, guys. You don't need to spend too much when you get into paintball, but always make sure that whatever gear you do get is that you make sure you get a good mask. And that's probably the best advice I can give you. Well, that's it, guys. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you've got any questions about any of the markers or any of my gear, feel free to pop a comment in the comments section, or follow me on Facebook. Send me a message on there. See all the different things that I'm posting up in the next few weeks. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay hidden.